Welcome to
Cozy Midnight Collective. Midnight Confessions.
So for those of you who don't know or might be new to all this, we have a segment of Cozy Midnight Collective called Midnight Confessions, and that's where you, our amazing listeners, send in your stories, and they're not always like spooky. They don't have to be spooky in nature, though. We welcome that. They can be tea, just something you want to get off your chest. If you want just someone to talk to, that's kind of what we're here for. You're not alone with whatever you're going through, whether it's, again, if it's spooky, scary, traumatizing, like whatever you want to talk about, whatever you're comfortable with.
We're your bestie.
And the beauty of it is anonymous. It's anonymous.
And we're your shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder to cry on.
Cry on us, you know? No judgment.
None at all.
There's literally nothing you could come and say that I would be shocked at.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've literally lived 80 lives. So.
Yeah, I like to pride myself on being somebody that tries to put myself in other people's shoes sometimes. Like, whether I understand it or not, I try to understand it from people's perspective. And so like, if you felt like you made like a bad decision, like I try to like put myself in that position to think like, okay, you know what, for you that probably made a lot of sense, and it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
and me, I'm the one that makes all the bad decisions, literally. So I'm sure like a point in time will come where I share more stories, but I've literally been that one that chooses the wrong men, that got a DUI, that got addicted to drugs, that, on and on and on. Like I said, I've lived like 80 lives, and I've got nothing to hide, and I'm not ashamed of any of it.
We got some good ones this time around. So just a quick little disclaimer. Slight trigger warning. Yeah, we don't really know. We can't really give...
I'm just going to say full-blown trigger warning just in case, because who am I to judge how something makes you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of be aware as we go into this. We could be covering a range of topics. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're...
And we're not reading these. I mean, we are reading these for the first time. Like, maybe she knows some, maybe I know some, but some are also going to be first-time listener for each of us. So that way we get kind of like that shock factor. And so we don't know who's coming with what is what I'm trying to say. And so basically, does it involve murder or essay? Does it involve ghosts?
Lost, death.
Yeah, like skinwalkers. Like, who knows what it's going to be? And so just trigger warning.
Yeah. Just take care of yourself. That's all. If you feel like you're not going to vibe with this, that's totally fine. We get it. No hard feelings.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well,
Ready
I'll
to
start.
Go?
Yeah, I'll start with one, and then we'll just kind of take turns and switch off. And
okay.
Then,
Sounds
we'll go
good.
from there. So, all right. First one, Walk With Me. It's set in Austin, Texas, broad daylight. I had just left a store, alone in a city I didn't know. That's when I felt it. That specific crawling feeling on the back of your neck. I turned around. He was there. Eyes locked on me. Not glancing, not passing by, watching. Let me walk with you. No. He kept walking, kept pace. I stopped. I turned around. He slowed. I turned and faced him directly and said clearly, I don't know you. Stop following me. Nothing. No embarrassment, no reaction at all. Just that flat, hollow stare, like my words dissolved into air. So I pulled out my phone and hit record. Quietly, calmly, pointed at his face. He saw it. He knew. He didn't care. No flinch, no leaving. He just stood there staring at me with those empty eyes, completely unbothered that I was recording him. Like evidence meant nothing. Like I meant nothing. That stillness was the scariest thing I've ever experienced. I found a security guard, told him what was happening. He walked me all the way back to my hotel and stayed until I was safely inside. This is why women choose the bear. The bear doesn't smile when you say no. The bear isn't fueled by power. It just wants to survive. And so did I. A wild animal is predictable in ways that man never was.
I remember when that happened. So that story is from my best friend. And I can still picture this man in my head. And if we can find a way, I'll see if I can have her send me the video that she took. Mm-hmm. Because just like she said, she took a video. And she amassed like over 100,000 views from this video. It went viral. But it was wild because, like she said, she was in like a town that she had never been to. She had won a trip through her gym, F45, and so she was in Austin. Actually, I was supposed to be with her. Weirdly, that was the end, November, December of last year, and like this happened, and she was like, never again. I'm never solo traveling ever again. And that like broke my heart that the first time in her life she decided to take a solo trip, and that's mm-hmm. how it ended up for her. Yeah. Because I feel like that's so sad.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to take solo trips with just yourself and, like, experience what life has to offer and it not fucking haunt you mm-hmm. like a bear hunting a like... It's hard to be a woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes, like, people are scarier than any kind of ghost mm-hmm. or monster mm-hmm. can ever be, you know? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I felt really bad for her. She was really shaken up.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. She was literally like, I'm not leaving my hotel room.
Yeah. Especially being so far from home. Like, you don't know anybody there. Yeah. Like, yeah, it would hard to feel safe after that.
And then she was like supposed to be there with me, and it was supposed to be this like, and then that happens, and it's just like, it just ruined the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And
no, I would get that, yeah.
And then he just like, he looked all lackadaisical in the fucking video, and I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And that's why our whole entire lives, even like, pretty much since cell phones came out, we've always shared our location with each other. And like, even like when you're like just going somewhere simple, it's like, let me know when you leave. That's kind of like sad to be a woman in today's society that has to literally check in to make sure that you're okay everywhere you go, because you never know what kind of fucking retard is lurking around the corner for you. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nikki, I love you. I'm sorry you went through that. I know that was traumatizing for you.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. He'll get his.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read the second story.
Okay.
This one was anonymous, mm-hmm. correct? Yeah. So this one comes from an anonymous
source.
Source. I don't know. I was kind of hanging on to that there. All right. When I was a kid, maybe 5th or 6th grade, we lived in a haunted house. Everyone that spent time in the house all had some kind of story of something weird happening. For example, we had my aunt move in, and her Great Dane absolutely refused to go to the front door. One time we were watching TV in the living room. All my siblings and my mother were sitting in the living room. Our living room had a huge window that was just about the length of the front porch. That's pretty big. Mm-hmm. We could all see the entire porch and just about see the front door. While we were watching TV, the doorbell rang. We looked out the window expecting to see someone standing there at the front door, but there was nobody there. Another time when everyone was asleep, I had woken up in the middle of the night. I heard some kind of movement by the bedroom door. When I sat up in bed and saw 3 little boys standing just inside the bedroom door, just staring at me. They didn't seem threatening, and I wasn't scared of them, but they were not moving, just looking at me standing completely still. They were all white boys with dark hair. They were wearing button-up shirts and dark pants. The smallest one looked to be around 5 years old, and the oldest looked to be around my age, so maybe 12 or 13. I stared at them, and they stared at me for what felt like 20 minutes. It could have been 10 seconds. Even when I moved, they did not move. So I laid back down and rolled over thinking I was dreaming, and I rolled away from them. And when I did, they were standing right next to my bed looking down at me. Holy
Oh, yeah, that's a no for me.
Oh my God. I instantly cover my head with the blanket and hid. Yes, just like the scary movies. And I stayed like that thinking they were going to grab me or say something, but nothing ever happened, and I ended up falling asleep under my blanket. Yeah, I would have wore myself out. I've been like, good fucking night. The next morning, there was no sign of anyone else being in the house, and nobody in my family said anything strange happened. So I chalked it up to a dream. That was not a fucking dream.
Yeah, the way I would have been screaming. Like, as soon as I wake up and see
this must have been a man,
boys.
because that is the difference between a man and a woman, because I would have noped the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I would have screamed
so fast.
I would have
my
screamed
hair
100%.
blowing in the wind as I ran down the hallway. I would have left the fucking house.
Yeah.
Bye.
I would have skedoodled out of there for sure.
Skadoodle.
Because that's fucked.
Yeah, no thank you.
That's a no for me.
And it's like, I wish something crazy like that happened to me growing up, like in a paranormal sense. And then I'm thankful that it didn't, you know? But it's like, that would have been like cool to live in a house that was actually haunted. But then you know, those TV shows that you see that are like on A&E. And it's like, yeah. Then I like left the room and I came back and all the fucking cabinets were open. And then knives started flying and you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, that was a good story. Yeah. Anonymous. I love it. That one was spooky as fuck. I was not expecting those kids to like, could you? Oh, fuck no.
Just have, it's literally like a scary movie. Like, you're like, oh, I'm going to roll over, and then boom, they're like right there. Like, that's.
I would have lost it.
That's like classic
I
jump
literally
scare
would have
stuff.
died instantaneously. My heart would have.
Yeah. I wonder how long they lived in that house. Because, like,
know.
if my kid had told me that there were 3 little boys staring at
would
her.
you have moved, like, immediately?
Yeah. And I'm not rich. I would figure it out. I would figure it out. I can't do it.
We're literally going to a motel tonight.
Yeah.
Pack your shit. It's going to be cheap. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I hate it. I
hate it. Yeah. I would have literally like, is there a store that sells sage in the middle of the night?
Call the priest.
Literally. I am not religious. I would have been. Oh, that's money. It's not holy water.
Yeah.
I almost said. I used to be a stripper. Man. I mean, can you blame me? But I meant.
Yeah. No. Well, actually, so.
Strippers?
I don't. Well, I mean, they're cool. You know, I've been to a strip club before, and yeah, they're nice.
Holy water.
Yeah. On strippers? No, I wouldn't throw holy water on strippers. I would throw money on strippers, though. But yes, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I was like, oh,
leeway.
Strippers.
I know.
Okay.
I was like making a joke, and I'm like,
wait.
Oh,
I didn't connect.
That was not good.
That's okay. So this next story.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh, man.
Okay. We've been waiting for this all day, you guys. It's like,
yeah.
these are the funnest recordings.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
I mean, the other ones are really good too because we're both like on it.
Yeah.
We're like ready to go. It's like, did you pick that up? I picked that up. What did you miss? Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
But then these ones are just like.
It's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, my cheeks are literally like spasming. Okay. You're up.
Okay. So this next one was actually sent in by my handsome husband.
Wade.
You're
so handsome.
He's kind of telling his perspective of things, and then I kind of have like a piggyback off of it.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'm going to read his perspective first, and then I'll kind of go in with my version of events. So one time while my wife and I were living on base, we were pregnant with our daughter. So in the house, it was just the two of us. The on-base housing had rumors of being haunted, but I always thought it was just rumors. But for about a month, every time we would come home and our garage door would be wide open, which wouldn't be a big deal, except we never parked in the garage. We always parked in the driveway. So we never opened the garage door. And the garage never opened on its own while we were home.
Okay, like the exterior or like you're in the garage, the door opening to
So the
house?
big garage door was wide open. It happened lots of times.
Okay.
And
you're like, great!
Yeah.
Welcome to my fucking house, everybody.
So it never opened on its own while we were at home. It was only while we were out of the house. It happened so often that we had to start keeping the interior door that opened to the house locked because when the big door would open, oh my gosh. Because
just kidding.
Because the big door would be open.
Okay.
But even that, I
following.
dismissed it, thinking it was maybe a neighbor's door button was somehow synced with ours.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because, I mean, on-base housing, those of you that have lived on base, it's fucked up. Like, it's always fucked. Messed up.
Yeah.
So one day, leaving for work, I kissed my wife goodbye while she was still asleep in bed. As I was walking down the stairs, I made it maybe 3 steps down, and I felt her push my shoulder. Not hard enough to push me down, hard enough that I had to grab the railing to not stumble. I turned around to tell her to chill out because I almost fell down the stairs.
That's fucked.
And nobody was there. I thought maybe she rushed back to the room before I could turn around. She was about 8 months pregnant, so she was for sure not moving that fast.
Wait. Let's all envision an 8-month pregnant lady fucking scooting.
No, I couldn't. Like, there was one time I got
no scooting.
Stuck.
You're like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that 8-month pregnant lady right now.
Yeah. No, there was like one time where he had to come home from work at lunch because I couldn't get off the bed. Like, I had sat down.
Oh, you were like stuck.
But I was so pregnant and that my back hurt so bad that like I called him sobbing because I couldn't get up. And he had to like come home and help me up out of bed. And he like came in and he was just like dying laughing. But I was like, I can't get off the bed. I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's okay. And like he literally had to like help lift me off the bed because I was so heavy and like my back hurt so bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, I want to hug you. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
No, I mean, it's just like both of my kids were huge, so they just wrecked my back.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But it was just like, I was also like hormonal. I cried over everything.
Yeah.
Well,
that's normal.
Yeah. So.
When I was pregnant with Kennedy, I remember I lived alone. So I had barely bought my first house like just a couple of months before she was due. And I was and I was used to living alone. That was fine. But like I was living alone. It was just me and like my 3 dogs. And I was like sitting on the couch and I don't remember exactly what the video was, but it was a happy video. And there were cats. I remember it was like an animal video.
Yeah.
And I just remember sobbing uncontrollably.
That's how I knew I was pregnant.
It was like, I was like so happy for the cat.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, why am I sobbing? Like, I've literally lost a grandparent and I'm happy for this cat.
That's how I knew I was pregnant with my daughter, was like, he had showed me a video and like, it was hilarious. It was like the dumbest, funniest video ever. And I was dying laughing.
How I felt.
And then I just started sobbing uncontrollably. And he was like, what is up with you? And I'm like, I don't know. And then the next day we bought a pregnancy test. Yeah. And then there it was. And I was like, you were like, oh, it all makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. And then you're like, it's what they say. They're speaking the truth.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason.
No reason at all. Mm-hmm. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so sorry.
It's okay. So she was for sure not moving that fast, and I didn't hear her footsteps on the very loud flooring we had. But when I checked on her anyways, you would have heard me like walking down.
And didn't you say you had like wood floors there or something?
So downstairs was all wood. Yeah. But then upstairs it was like the tiled carpet. Like it's like very cheap, super and it's old housing. Flat. Yeah. And the housing was like built like in the 70s, 60s. So it's like it's like old. Yeah.
Shit there.
Yeah. So I mean, you could hear.
What are you doing with our taxpayer dollars? Pizzagate. Like.
Yeah. So like you would hear could hear anything walking down those like up and down the hallway. So anyway, so when I checked on her anyways, and she was still for sure asleep, snoring away, I was confused what it was, but I had to go. But for the next few days, I felt off in the house, like sitting in a room with someone who's obviously angry with you, but they don't want to say anything. That's how the whole house felt until a couple months later when we had the house blessed. After the blessing, it was like the house was almost lighter. So to piggyback off of that, I'm going to continue. So when we had our daughter,
is it in here?
No,
okay,
I'm just saying it off the dome. So
off the dome.
We had our daughter.
Okay.
Right? And
hi, Whitney.
The three of us, it was just the three of us in the house. Mm-hmm. And she had a room. Like, so the way that it was set up was like, you know, there's the downstairs area and then you would go up the stairs and it's this long hallway. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the hallway is a bathroom. And then to the right, there's 2 bedrooms. And then to the left, it's kind of like a little L shape.
Okay.
And so it's like another little mini hallway. Mm-hmm. And so you go like down into the mini hallway. And then there's like a huge closet. And then to the left.
Before the room?
Yeah, so before her bedroom.
Okay.
And then our bedroom, the master bedroom, was to the right of this little mini hallway. So it's literally like down a hallway. Like you go up the stairs, turn left. Long hallway, 2 bedrooms to the side on the right, and then on the left is another mini hallway, and then you had your master bedroom to the right, and then in front of you was her bedroom, and then the closet to the left.
Okay,
so it's like a little like a jigsaw line. Yeah, it's like a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
But so her room, you know, we kept her room close to us, and you know,
of course, thought, like in the middle of the night when you're literally woken out of sleep for the 80th time in a row, and you're exhausted, ready to like fall through the wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want her as close to you as physically possible.
So that first year, she slept in that room maybe twice, and it wasn't for the lack of we tried, and. She's a cuddler too. She's just like, she always slept the best in bed with us. Yeah. But we had tried. We tried so hard because we wanted our bed back. We didn't want, to be woken up to a baby kicking
really
you.
She doesn't sleep as well. You don't sleep
she slept like a rock. She slept amazing. Okay. But he and I were like clinging to the bed because she's like starfished out and she's living the life. Nice, cozy mattress. 2 parents that are just keeping you warm. Like she was set.
Yeah.
So there was one time where we were able to get her to sleep in her bed. She was like about like 4 or 5 months old, like old enough to be able to kind of scoot, and like kind of crawl away.
So what's gonna happen?
We had like a baby monitor, but it wasn't one where you could see her. It was like one where we could just hear her.
Oh my
And she was
fucking
asleep for
God.
maybe 30 minutes. We were downstairs like making dinner or like watching a movie or something, and we just heard her screaming. And it wasn't like a mom come get me scream. It was like a when your kid is scared, like that scream that they have. And we knew like something was not right.
Yeah.
And so we sprinted up the stairs, and when we got into her room, she was like cowered in a corner of her bed. And she was like staring at something in the corner of her room. And she was like, it was like she was trying to get away. Like she could not get away fast enough. And like she sees us and she like immediately grabs us, and she was shaking. And so we took her out of the room, like closed the door, and we're like, that was scary. And then there was a second incident where like this is what prompted us to call the priest, like the chaplain, like because my husband's Catholic. And so
oh my God,
I was changing her diaper late at night in her room, and like for some reason her room I think just held like a bunch of activity. And so I was changing her on her changing table.
A vortex or something.
It was weird. Like she hated being in there. She did not like being in there at all.
Well,
like it was just
so
scary.
Sensitive, right?
Yeah. So
they say the veil is thin.
Yeah, for like babies and like animals and stuff like that.
Cats, I was gonna say cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was changing her diaper, and the way her changing table was set up is so like I could look kind of down the little mini hallway into the longer hallway. And it's like 3 a.m. really early. Like I'm tired.
The witching hour.
Yeah, she's like, she had woken up because she was like wet, and so changing her, and my husband's asleep. I can hear him snoring, right? And
you're like everybody's accounted for.
Yeah, everything's good, right? I know where everybody's at. So I hear like like footsteps, like he said, like you can hear everything on that floor. And I look up because like at the time our cat had kittens, and so
running at you.
The kittens were like, we had kittens and they were small, but they weren't able to walk yet. So I was like, oh, maybe the kitten like learned how to walk. And like I'm looking down, and this big black mass is running at me to the point where like I had my hand on her on the table. I turned my body so it wouldn't hit me. And I screamed. Like I literally was like, I screamed, and like I grabbed Whitney, and like, my husband gets up and he comes running out, and he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, something ran at me. Something is here, and it ran at me. And he's like looking around, and he's like, there's nothing here. Like all that. Like he was just like, he's like, so I was like, I can't be here. Like we need to do something. And so he calls, like he gets in touch with the chaplain.
Fuck died here?
Yeah, he gets in touch with the chaplain.
What is here?
And the chaplain came, and he was like this really sweet like Haitian guy. So he had like an accent. He was like very happy, very sweet. He like walked into the house, and he was like,
fuck no.
Oh yeah. He's like, there's some stuff going on here. And he like blessed some water, and he went around like blessed the house, like blessed Whitney. Like he walked into her room, and he was like, yep, there's something definitely going on here. And he was like,
I just think of like Stranger Things, like a Demogorgon.
Yeah.
But like the rift is slowly appearing. Like I don't know.
Yeah. But like he said in his like version, like it did get better afterwards. Like after that, like it didn't feel like there was something there. Like there were times when I would be home alone with Whitney, and I'm just kind of like, I don't feel right in here, but like by myself. Like I feel like I'm not alone, And yeah, so
you just feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
You at least need your partner there to experience it with you, where you feel like you're taken advantage of when you're by yourself. You're like, the energy's not equal.
Yeah.
Like I at least need some support if I'm going to go through this,
Yeah, it was creepy. And like to this day, I'm like, I tried to like, in my mind, I tried to rationalize it as like, oh, maybe it was like, I don't know. Like I tried, but I was like, no, it was something like, it was
paranormal
big that like I said, I moved my body because it was going to hit me. So yeah. Yeah. Pause.
All right, so this next one, we're going. Here we go. There are times in the woods when you feel like you're being watched. Your pickup is the only one in the parking lot. You go in with this sense of not being alone, but you shake it off and you go anyways. I went fishing in the woods one day by myself, and I made a stringer where you take a willow branch and you make a V to string up the fish that you catch. I was fishing in the river, and the whole time I couldn't shake the sense of being watched. I had been fishing for a bit and I got hungry, so I decided to start up a fire to cook the fish I had caught and hung up on the stringer. When I got to the stringer, the fish were gone. Each one. Sure, you could say it was a bear or some other animal, but when I looked around, I noticed tracks in the sandy bank and in the water. They were 25 inches long. Oh.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's more.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes into the next page.
I can't explain it. The feeling of being watched, the tracks. I didn't hear anyone approach or even take the fish. I'm not a superstitious person. I don't know if it was Bigfoot or what, but all I know is I can't explain any of it. To get the tracks in the water, you have to wear waders. There was no one, just me. What are waders?
You know, like the little rubber boot things that like you can step into,
Like
so you don't get
rain
wet.
boots?
So it's like so they go up to like your waist, like up to your chest, so you don't get any of your clothes wet. So it's
You have
like
to wear those in order to leave those prints.
Yeah, like you would have like
Underwater.
if somebody were to have gone into the water, they would have had to have been like wearing like waders, or they would have like just gotten like soaked. Like it's like I think this person is saying
It couldn't
that like
be barefoot, basically, right?
Yeah, like if you went in as like a human, because like my dad fishes all the time, and so he wears waders sometimes, and so it's like I'm assuming that it would have been like if you were to be in the water, like either like because it's like depending on like where they're at. Like I know where I'm from, the water's cold. It's like freezing, so it's like the waders also keep you safe from
Right, but if you were
temperature.
like, what I'm saying is if you were barefoot, it would just like wash away.
Yeah, I
So you
think
have
so.
to have waders that have weight to them.
Yeah,
to
it
be
might
able to,
make a
like,
bigger
leave the print.
impression. Yeah, but the fact that they're like the fact that they're 25 inches long
That's that.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a fucking giant.
that's like 2 feet. Yeah, like that's insane.
That's
That's huge.
1 foot, 2 foot.
And like if it was a bear, they make noise. Like they're
No, but a bear isn't, bruh.
I mean, it's obvious too, like what those tracks look like. You know, like I think I'm more
Yeah.
curious to know like what, like were there like was it like clawed? Did it look like a foot? Like
Yeah.
did it look like I kind of want to know like what those tracks looked like. I
Yeah.
guess, but like
was it smooth or rough?
yeah, and I'm also kind of like
Well, because we're in the land of Bigfoot.
Yeah. So it's like
That's a big fucking foot.
Yeah, I'm curious as to like what those tracks look like to know like,
Mm-hmm.
and like the woods are just creepy. Like it's another thing that like it's just scary, you know. So yeah, I have no
I don't
idea.
know. Somehow though, in my brain, I think Bigfoot would be gentle and Yeti would be angry.
Yeah, I mean like obviously whatever this was like did not care about this person, like just fishing.
No, he's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, food. Thanks for that.
I'd have been like, bruh, you could have at least left me like one.
Yeah. Okay, so we have one more and then like one small one that we just kind of want to address. So yeah, so I'm gonna read this next one. So one night I was sent to a noise complaint in White Center. It was for the sounds of a child screaming. The call had been holding for 2 hours. I got to the house. It was quiet and dark, so I listened for a bit. didn't hear anything, so I didn't knock on the door. About 6 months later, I was contacted by homicide detectives asking about the call that night. There was a lady in a mental health facility that lived in the house at the time. She confessed to killing her 6-year-old daughter because she thought she was possessed by a demon. She chopped her up in the bathtub and put her into a few Rubbermaid storage containers and dumped them into the river somewhere between Seattle and Portland. The night of the call was the night they believed she had killed her. Even though and so like there's like a small typo here, so I'm not quite sure what they meant, but I didn't do the right thing by listening and not knocking on the door, and the fact that the little girl was probably dead already, it still creeps me out. So it sounds like a police officer, and I have some like experience as like I was an explorer in high school, which I was not a cop by any stretch of the word. But I did it for a couple years, and I know if there's like because I know how some people might feel.
First of all, that's not anybody's fault but the mother.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of want to say, like, I don't want anyone to blame this person for not.
Again, we're like, this is like a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, no, because I think it's one of those things where it's like, if there's no probable cause, you know?
Yeah, you can't just bust in.
You can't just bust it.
It's America.
Because I know there's a lot of people that are going to want to say, like, why didn't this person just, like, bust in? Or why did this person just, like, do this or that,
look,
you know?
There's policies and procedures in place. Yeah. And if you have an issue with how they handled it, then you need to contact that department and make a noise there. It is not the people who are actually on scene knocking or not knocking or intruding or not intruding or calling for backup or not calling. It's not. Look, everything has a hierarchy and change doesn't take place on a lower level. So, first of all, I have no idea who the fuck wrote this, but like, it is not your fault. And that gives me the absolute chills. I pray to God that that child is in heaven.
Can you imagine?
No.
Like, those screams
and that mother, it sounds to me like, I don't know, 6 years old is kind of late to be going through like postpartum depression, but maybe they had, and you just never know. Maybe they had a younger baby as well. And like you hear about, it's acute psychosis for postpartum depression. And some of them, it's rare, but like some of them can be severe where like you literally think like you're saving your child from hell or the demon or being possessed, and so they murder them and they like line them up in the bed. You've heard these stories, right? And they're so sad. And when they get the help that they need on the correct medications and they're not in psychosis, they're a mess, right? They don't want their child dead. They can't believe their actions. They agree with where they are and agree that they should be in prison or the mental institution. And it's just like, it's just sad all the way around. There's no winner. The only person at fault here is the mother. But again, we don't know her backstory. So like, I'm not even judging her. Definitely not judging the person. Yeah. Because like, what are you going to do?
It's one of those things where like, I'm not going to, like, I am a human being where it's like, obviously, I'm not like a judgmental person, but when it comes to hurting a child, right? I have a different set. I have a different set of emotions, and especially when it comes to like, you know, whether this applies to every mother or not. You know, there's that thing where it's called like the mother's instinct. You know, like
some people don't have it though.
Yeah, some people just don't have it, and you know, and it sucks that.
Children are born to people that don't have it.
People that don't have it, yeah. And it really sucks for those kids. Like like
they have no business being born. Like why are you having children if you're not going to protect
Yeah,
them?
if you know that you're not gonna like, and some of these people too do. I'm not saying that this particular mother knew, but some people know that they don't like kids or that they don't want to be around
I
kids.
can't even like. There's
And
a
that
story
is-
that
that is
pops into
something
my
that I
head
do-
that just like
Yeah.
haunts me
Mhm.
still, because I remember vividly when it happened and I learned the details of it.
Mhm.
And Adeline was the same age as this baby. It was 5 months old.
Mhm.
And what she went through. And I remember looking and holding Addie and being like, who the fuck
Mhm.
could do that?
Like, one, to a child, but let alone your own child. Like, it never makes sense to me how anyone could hurt a child in
Yeah.
general. But like, I always, this is where I do get judgmental, right? Where it's like when I think about the parents,
there's some people that
who-
are sick as fuck
Mhm.
and they deserve to die.
Yeah, this is where, like I said, I get judgy
Yeah.
because it's like, I can't
Mhm.
imagine hurting.
Throw them in
My
the polar bear
kids.
enclosure, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Bye.
Yeah, like if I snap at my kids,
Oh,
I usually end up crying like that night. Like
Yeah,
I end up like, oh my gosh, like I probably just messed them up. Like they're gonna hate me, and then like luckily, you know, kids are really quick to forgive,
and they're resilient. Yes.
and that's what makes it so much worse that
Yeah.
people are so willing to hurt these innocent
Mhm.
creatures, because it's like
They are forgiving.
kids up to a certain age are the most forgiving, sweet,
Mhm.
kind-hearted, like, you know, like, hey, that's my mom or that's my dad.
Yeah.
You know, they
I
look
know
at
you make
you.
mistakes. I make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's okay, right?
They look at you like
and you're
you hung the moon. And so that's what makes it so much
Yeah.
more devastating and so much more maddening to me
Yeah.
when I hear stuff like this. And it's like,
But the stuff that we ask for forgiveness for,
yeah. And
it's nothing.
It's nothing compared to,
no.
And some of these parents don't even care.
No.
They don't care. And that's where it's like, why did you procreate then? Like you know, up until recently, you
the
know,
state's
like there's
not paying you enough to give a
choices.
fuck.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
No, that's what I don't get
So,
too. Yeah. I know we said no judgment, and like it sounds like we're judging, but like there are certain people that I think we can all agree
yes,
deserve
to
a certain
disagree
level of
Yeah.
judgment,
Mhm.
right?
And
that's
look, no, we're not
those
like
that-
judging a particular person in general.
No.
We are just judging those people,
a group. We know those of you
that exist, and we
Yeah.
can all agree that they exist.
Yeah.
But I'm not sitting here and saying
No, not
Anyways.
like one specific person or anything like that, or
Yeah.
anyone that we've read about. But yeah, that one is
that was wild.
short but effective with haunting,
Mhm.
and making you feel like
Yeah.
gross. Like,
Yeah, that's so sad.
and I feel bad for that person that sent that in. Like, I can't imagine like what I'm assuming. Like, they probably held some sort of guilt over it, thinking like, you know, what if I had done this, or maybe I should have done that. And it's like,
No.
this person's right. At that point, if they're not hearing screaming anymore, it probably was at that point where it was too late.
But there was also nothing to intervene.
Yeah, nothing.
For.
Like at that
Like-
point, maybe it would
If
have
you
stopped
can't-
her
you
from
can't-
chopping up the body, I guess. But I can't imagine doing that to a child. I just don't get it. I don't. Yeah, I think I can't.
No, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one last story, and then we're wrapping up Midnight
Mhm.
Confessions for you.
Mhm.
So this one's anonymous, and this one we did read beforehand, and it obviously I don't know who it comes from, but my heart goes out to you, and so does Lauryn's, and we wanted to read it because they said it was okay to read on the podcast. They were keeping themselves anonymous, and we just want you to know that we hear you, we support you, and that you matter.
Mhm.
So this topic is personal. I feel trapped sometimes. I feel as if my life isn't what I truly wish it was. Hiding my true self, and it's exhausting sometimes. Always watching how I say things. Having to be on my best behavior. My every move followed. Explanation for most things when I just want to do without question. I want to love freely and openly. A love I feel, but it is so far away. Never being able to feel closeness, warmth, just more and more distance. So, I don't know who you are, but we love you and you're worth it, and stick in there.
Yeah.
Hang in there, stick in there, all the things. If you ever need anybody to reach out to, message us. You know, we will be there for you. No questions, no judgment.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah, I feel that way.
I know it feels that way.
Literally all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I went to my husband earlier and I'm like, I need a hug. Why? What happened? What happened? Nothing. I'm just sad. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? Did you read something online? Did you get your first hate comment and it made you? No, nothing. I'm just depressed. I'm just sad. There's no reason for it. I'm just what I am. And I just needed him to hug me. And so I did. You know, and that's what I want to be for people. Like, here's my shoulder. I'm here. You know, like, you don't have to explain yourself. You're loved. You're wanted. You're needed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've struggled with, feelings like those, in the past. And, sometimes I still kind of think about it, and I'm really blessed to have, the family and the friends and the love, and, you can have all those things and you can still feel alone that way. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I don't
We're all just
say this.
Literally trying to figure it out.
So, as you can see, wearing different clothing. It would not be an episode of Cozy Midnight Collective or Midnight Confessions or pretty much anything that we do without some sort of technical difficulty.
Thanks for hanging in there.
Thank you. So I know it probably kind of cut off on our last confession, but we were kind of discussing,
I think it was over, but we were just letting the person know that
we're here for you.
We're here for you.
No matter what you got going on, we're here for you.
Yeah. We want to be a supportive community we want to be a supportive community.
Yeah.
And part of that support is lending a shoulder, shoulder to cry on, ear to listen.
Yeah.
You're always welcome to reach out. So,
yeah.
This is Bo.
So yeah, with that, that was our third episode of Midnight Confessions.
Come on, hop up. Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
It's really exciting that we are getting more confessions. So, as usual, we're still always going to ask, please send in your confessions. Anything that you want to talk about, we're here to listen. We love the spooky stuff, but we're also here just to listen, just to talk, just to read what you guys have to say. So yeah, anytime you feel like the need to share something and maybe you don't feel comfortable sharing it with, the people in your lives.
Yeah.
We have our anonymous submissions, our Google forms.
And just so you know, when you submit, you are anonymous. We don't even...
Yeah, we still haven't seen anyone's name.
We can't see names. Even for the people that say they don't want to be anonymous, that we can use their name, we're not
we're not seeing.
We're not seeing. I think you guys get a confirmation email from the form, but because it does ask you, I believe, to put your email address in, but we don't get that information. So, I guess that brings me to the topic of saying, if you do have a story and you do want to share and you don't want to remain anonymous, so you want us to share your information, it would be great if you could still just send a very quick email letting us know hey, this is my story. This is what I titled it. This is my information. I mean, right? That would be a great thing to do.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if anything, just like your name too. You just say,
yeah,
hey,
or just like, yeah.
my name is Jonas Williker. No, I'm kidding.
I know. So, but it's cozy, COZY, .midnight, MIDNIGHT, .collective, COLLECTIVE, @gmail.com. So just, give us a quick, shoot us a little message, let us know who you are, and we'll make sure that you get the credit that you're deserved. So,
yeah, for sure. So with that, thank you for listening or watching, whatever you are choosing to do. And
share. Please.
We love it.
Yeah, if you could share our podcasts with your friends and family and just help us keep this train going, that would be really cool.
Awesome.
We do have some merchandise that we finally got around to making, and so I did want to share that with you. Do you want to grab something?
Yeah, so we have these cute little bookmarks that we put together. They're epoxy. It's kind of hard to tell from here.
Yeah.
We'll probably take some pictures.
But they're really cute.
Really
they
cute.
Have,
like a little moon indent, like moon phases. This one's got like a couple moons and like a cute little sunshine. We got some flowers and sparkles.
There's glitter.
There. Yeah, it's really pretty.
There's very vibrant tassels.
We have a few different kinds of molds too.
Yeah,
so like this.
We're gonna make some coasters, some keychains.
Yeah.
I made some really beautiful. They're not up here with me right now, but some really beautiful keychains that are like white to purple ombre. They're gorge.
Really cute, yeah.
And then I've been working on my sticker skills, but we have tons of stickers. They're gold. There's some silver. There's some white. There's all sorts of stuff, but we'll take close-up pictures of these as well. But you could purchase some and support the podcast. We'll be listing our Etsy website, so you can do it through there until we get, until we figure out our like official website. We're just going to go through Etsy to get started. But eventually, once our website's up and finished, we'll have this stuff up on there. We're going to do tumblers, shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of stuff, but also decals for your car. And we'll make whatever you want us to. Like if you have an idea that you want to shoot an email, you can do that as well. And we'll figure out what you want and how to make it happen. So keep it in the realm of vinyl, decals, stickers, that kind of thing. But we can do DTF, like heat transfers and stuff too. So we'll help you get what you want too. And we're cheap because we're brand new. So take advantage of it. All right. Well, with that being said,
that was
we
Midnight
hope you keep listening.
Yes, please. We love it. This has been pretty fun. Like it's hard. It's really hard, like trying to figure everything out, but it is fun at the end of the day.
I mean, I've done harder.
Yeah.
Honestly, like being a mom is.
Yeah.
It's time consuming, but it won't always be. And there's about a million other things I could think of that I would not rather be doing than doing this.
Yeah.
So I feel blessed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
We love you. We hope you keep listening. And remember, some stories are meant to haunt you. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.